all here today because you all play Minecraft weirdly.
I play Minecraft with inventory on my F key. F is inventory, E is switch, and Q is always Q. It's not that difficult. And then I've got a zoom on R, right? My confession is that I've been using the same headset since about 2008, which is realistically a long time ago now that I'm realizing my age. But the thing is, it's a really cheap, nasty headset. It's just the most comfortable thing in the world. And I was so scared because it's very much a discontinued product. They don't make this anymore, and they haven't done for quite some time. So I batch ordered a bunch of these from Hong Kong, and I've got a box full of them in case I just never want to run out. I think I'm firmly not weird. I just like my comforts.
This is kind of known, isn't it, really? But I press shift with my thumb. It's curled.
I've seen it. It's horrible.
It's curled underneath my hand.
File.
It's pretty. It is pretty gross.
That's just not okay.
When I have to press space and shift, my pinky jumps into action.
I play with E is forward, X is back, A is strafe left, F is strafe right, R is inventory, G as swap hand, and Q is just Q. WASD forces your fingers together in an extremely uncomfortable position. And what I have done is just logically stretch the fingers out across the keyboard, thus giving myself more real estate for FPS ownage.
Right, me next. Well, I think the only weird one that was deemed weird was I, the inventory.
Old school player.
Yeah, it's really old school.
Exactly, really right? That's
you should
the
have
thing.
called old by Etho.
The key.
Okay, so I bought this new microphone one time, and I bought a mic stand with it. The mic stand didn't work very well. So just as a temporary solution, I stuffed the mic in a Kleenex box as a holder. And it works surprisingly well. So well, in fact, it dampens the sound and everything from the desk, and it's wonderful. I decided just to stick with it. I also play with my keyboard about 16, 18 inches up at the desk so that I have room for my arms. I like to keep my elbows on the desk, kind of like when you're eating and stuff.
You shouldn't eat with your elbows on the desk.
Yeah, that's rude.
Is that different in Canada?
This allows you to keep your wrist perfectly straight with your mouse, because I keep my mouse also sideways, so in front of my keyboard, instead of off on the side of it. So right is towards my keyboard, towards my monitor.
I'm trying.
How old is the Kleenex box?
It's about 5 years old or so. I got my settings written on it in case I ever lose them.
What?
Dude,
is there still tissues in it? Like,
do they want a sponsorship?
The tissues help to absorb the sound. So because I play with my mouse in front of my keyboard sideways, right? I only have about 16 inches or so to move it. So I have high sensitivity. I have a pretty nice desktop though, so I play without my mouse pad. So it glides nicer, smoother. And instead I use my mouse pad under my left elbow as a cushion. I think that's about it.
Okay.
Etho's a tough act to follow. I've only got 2 things, and they're not really that weird. I changed them for competitive gameplay. So my sprint key is actually caps lock because I find it hard to get my pinky down to control. And my F5 is actually R because it's easier to reach.
I mean, that's pretty reasonable.
Alrighty. As I sprinted over here, I used my foot pedal. I got this idea from Impulse, who's a drummer. And, yeah, so Impulse has a foot pedal, and I was like, which one do you have? It has 3 buttons, and that sounds awesome. And so, yeah, I've got the only pedal I actually use for Minecraft stuff is the left one. I use the center one to change OBS scenes, and I use the right one to mute my mic, so if I cough, or sneeze or something, it doesn't go out and bother you guys. And the only other thing I do that's kind of weird is kind of like what False does. Instead of having throw button or throw item on Q, I have it on minus because I kept getting like jump scared by creepers and then throwing my sword at them. And I was like, this way, if I want to throw something, I have to go all the way over there.
When you're sprinting, how do you stop yourself going?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the mute pedal is for. Other foot.
I have spent 5 years doing Minecraft from my couch. I sit cross-legged with my keyboard on my knees.
What?
Yeah, and my mouse on a flat of soft drink cans.
That is a crime to
No.
use a sofa
Is your
as a
back
seat.
okay?
Yeah.
My back's
That did not
perfectly
sound
fine. It's
ergonomic.
really comfy.
Oh, it's not clear. I'm sorry.
Are your
Sitting up
hands
straight?
above your shoulders
okay.
when you play? Because you're like sitting
No.
that low.
No, I'm just sitting on my couch. I don't
How
have
do
a
you guys
desk.
sit on a couch?
You don't have a desk.
No.
Is your
Well, I
mouse
didn't.
pad?
I
What
do
did you say
now.
your mouse pad
I've got
is?
one, but like, yeah.
Pop cans? What?
Yeah. The mouse, like, there's a flat of soda cans, and I just put my mouse pad on that with, yeah.
Wow.
So first of all, thank you for the invite to this freak show. I am just left-handed. That's my only. Because the thing is, I have a mouse for right-handed people on my left hand. So I'm
Okay.
left-handed, obviously. All right.
Yep.
And I play using WASD. I
Yeah.
shift with my thumb and control with my thumb.
Yes.
I space
Not
with
in
my
the weird way that
pinky.
you do.
You space with your pinky? What?
But it's with his right. It's with his right hand. It's with his right
Yeah,
hand.
because his right hand is on the WASD.
That is
No, the
nuts.
thing is, like, both my keyboard and mouse are like 45-degree angles. So I'm sitting, like, my hands are literally like maybe 10 centimeters apart, like literally. So it's super comfy. But it also depends on the day, because sometimes I shift and control with my index finger. So it's like, it depends on when I wake up.
Wait, what?
Wait, you shift with your index finger?
Mm-hmm. I got a couple things. First, I'm going to sprint over using my right thumb on my mouse.
Ooh,
That's how I sprint.
Okay, that's pretty fancy.
He's got
That's
a
fancy.
game of mouse.
Yeah, ooh.
But I think the thing you guys probably will have an issue with is the fact that I have inverted mouse controls, which means I pull back on my mouse to look up.
Ugh.
I push forward to look down.
Yeah, get to the end, mate. Get to the
got
end.
a good reason for it. Can I explain? Listen, I played Battlefield 2 back in the day, and I was a pilot of a helicopter, and I had a joystick.
knew it.
And to fly a helicopter, you
knew it.
pull back to look up, and you push forward to look down. in
And
the
you never let
helicopter.
go.
I can't let it go. Nope. So my character does the same
That's
thing now.
disgusting, though. Still.
We
can't be
all
better.
knew about Mumbo's thumb thing. We all knew that he presses shift with his thumb, but we have been keeping stum about our own little things.
Yeah, exactly.